Hello, and welcome to the C Show. I'm Connor.
I'm Charlie.
And I'm Jared.
I'm going to jump right in. I'm driving here. We got a lot to get to and a short time to get there. So we start with Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli versus Tanosuke Takeshita and Hechicero of the Don Callis family. I'm jumping right to you guys. What's your move of the match?
Running European uppercut to Hechicero. Claudio top rope crossbody after affirming his title.
I love it. Jared, hit me.
Samesies.
Here, I'll give Jared's move of the match. Hechi attempts to do the rolling sequence that he did last week. He has to move a little bit differently for Claudio because of his size, but again, pulls it off masterfully.
Thank you, Charlie. Yes, I am having vocal cord issues, so I'm drinking some hot tea, and I have emailed all of my moves of the match for Collision and Dynamite to Charlie. Thank you.
He's having a Mint Majesty with 2 pumps of extra lemon.
Match ends here with Claudio poking Hechicero in the eye and getting the roll up for the win. Don Callis family comes out to jump the Death Riders. Archer actually shoulder blocks Shafir. We've seen more and more of, contact with female wrestlers, which it's a whole thing to get into. Like, I don't know, as long as they're all cool with it, whatever. That's another time for another discussion. So they set it up so that Takeshita can hit Mox with the chair. Takeshita don't want it that way. That's not how Takeshita rolls. Takeshita just bails. He wants to do it respectfully. And we'll see if he gets it done at Revolution.
Things aren't very stable in the Callis family, are they?
Absolutely not.
They need therapy.
So we have a quick pre-tape here, right, where we hear real quick from Willow and Persephone, right? They both know how to beat Mercedes, right? And Persephone thinks that she hits harder than Mercedes. We then jump back to Don Callis hyping up Kyle Fletcher here. Says, MJF comes up to Kyle Fletcher's like, just go absolutely kick the shit out of Speedball. Kyle Fletcher makes it very clear, I'm doing it for me. And turns to Don and say, you better not tell me we're working for that son of a bitch. Don Callis says never, but can you ever really believe him? Next, we jump into Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball Mike Bailey for the TNT Championship. Again, jumping right to you guys. What was your move of the match?
Jared's move of the match is Fletcher assuring Callis before Bailey springboard triangle moonsault to the outside and then a moonsault out of the corner. My move of the match is Bailey Rana again, thrust kick, goes for the spin wheel, nails it, but no one's home for the ultimate weapon leading into the finish.
Yeah, for me, it was how Speedball did multiple Hurricane Ranas, just floating himself around into different arm bars. Working Kyle Fletcher's arm was an awesome story throughout. So after Fletcher hits a Michinoku driver for 2, things kind of come unglued here. Okada comes down for a distraction. Davis throws Fletcher the title to use. Sheer drop brainbuster by Kyle onto the title. 1, 2, 3. Kyle Fletcher retains.
Okada had a screwdriver.
All a part of the illusion. Next, we get what certainly is a standby match. I'll tell you what. I don't know. Did they say this guy's name? I literally had to go to the write up to get it.
I'm not putting his name down. I don't want to say it. He has a family. He should at least have some modicum of respect here.
Brody King versus the Unknown Soldier. Clothesline, Gonzo bomb. It's over.
I mean, he doesn't even get out of the camo pants for it.
I was thinking that too. He's not even in gear. He's just in street clothes to beat this guy up. After the match, Swerve comes, attacks from the crowd, the chain. Brody then breaks the chain with his bare hands.
What's Swerve wearing?
What?
A hood and a mask. Eat your heart out, Paul Levesque.
Brody probably does the coolest thing of the weekend and breaks the chain with his bare hands.
Yes.
Cannonball, puts Swerve in the sleeper on the apron. These two are coming to a head this Sunday at Revolution. We jump to the back and we get Renee with Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball lets us know the best man did not win tonight and says to Kyle, you'll get what you deserve. So like Orange Cassidy said last week, we'll fight him next week. And then at Revolution. So Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin faced off against Gabe Kidd and David Finlay. We're getting to see him actually perform in ring this week. What you guys got for your move of the match?
It's mine is the finish. So is Jared. He just told me.
He just whispered to you so softly, saving his voice.
Thank you, Charlie.
Darby goes for the code red on Finley, but Kid knocks him off with a clothesline. We get a Stun Dog Millionaire code red combo, which is absolutely beautiful. And then we have Clark Connors, who comes and attacks Orange Cassidy from the outside. Dominator from Finley, pile driver from Kid, and it's over. They keep beating on OC. Roderick Strong comes out for the save. Maybe we have a little more Roderick Strong than we bargained for.
He may not be a conglomerate, but he's still a friend.
Next, we have a TBS championship match. Willow Nightingale versus CML World Women's Champion Persephone. What'd you guys like from this match? What was your move?
Ian rapping over Willow's intro. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I couldn't write it down, but Ian hits the classic, like, my name's Ian Riccaboni, and I'm here to say Willow's gonna win in a really big way. Like, it's classic.
Oh my God. Fantastic. Willow does a fisherman suplex with a bridge. That's really awesome. Persephone does a fallaway slam and a kip up, which is always nice.
Wait, what's that, Jared? Yeah. Oh, you like the cannonball mid comic book promo? Yeah, I love that too. That was pretty sick.
That was really nice placement, actually. So Willow ends up going up and missing a moonsault. Persephone tries to set up the next move. Willow ends up winning with a backslide. 1, 2, 3. We're out of here. Next, we have a quick pre-tape from Tommaso Ciampa. I boil it down to, this is about feeding the inner sicko. Next.
It's canonic that, or it is canon that AEW fans are sickos. So this is all well within brand.
Next, we see the Babes of Wrath celebrate at Revolution. They want not only a tag team match, but Willow will also defend her TBS title during 0 Hour. In a trios match, we have Tommaso Ciampa and FTR, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, of course with Big Stoke, going against Dem Bucks, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Mark Briscoe. What were your guys' moves of the match?
I think Jared's is Briscoe leaping off the chair, somersaults onto Ciampa and FTR. But mine is Nick slammed in the commentary. Cash is there for the shatter machine, but Matt interrupts.
I mean, I gave you something else, but that's fine.
What was the other thing? Can you rasp through it?
Too raspy.
Oh man, now this was a trios match, man. Like you said, FTR assisted pile driver onto the announce table, didn't break whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Ciampa hits the psycho drill and exposed knee on Briscoe for the win, but that's not even the end of it. Ciampa attacks Briscoe after, hits him with the avalanche psycho driller onto 2 setup chairs, which I feel like is probably the worst thing to actually take a bump on when they make the 2 chairs kiss like that and slam you on it. Like,
it doesn't look like fun.
Where's the give?
None. No give.
And
the
then,
only give is the hinges breaking.
And then to wrap up the night here, a very strange segment I thought to wrap up. We had the MJF press conference with Hangman leading into Revolution this Sunday. They did it like a press conference, actually like took questions from the reporters. And it's like, is this pure revenge? It's like, it's always been about the world title. What do you want to leave them with? MJF wants to leave people with, this is a dumb match. I'll leave with the championship. What adjustments do you have to make, MJF? All those losses were flukes, yada, 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 until we get to this break point here. MJF has 2 beers brought up, says he wants to hand deliver one to Hangman. It was hand delivered, just all over him.
All over.
And then they brawl into the crowd. They brawl into the back, through the crowd, into the ring. Security is down to break them up. Hangman clears out all of the security. MJF tries to hit the punch with the Dynamite diamond ring. Hangman hits the dead eye. Hangman then gives us just the first peek of what we might see this weekend with the barbed wire board as MJF bails. Anything else you guys want to add about this Dynamite as we're rolling through the weekend here?
We often like to clown on Dave Meltzer and his star ratings. He did give Bailey and Fletcher a 5-star rating, which is pretty rare. I know, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I think totally well-deserved. I knew about it going into the match. And it was something where it was like, okay, yeah, every part of this was a banger. Fletcher selling all of Speedball's crazy moves. And then Fletcher not only, I think Fletcher's most impactful stuff is like the sheer drop brainbuster, the suplexes, where he's just showing off his strength and his power, right? He is agile. He can get around and move. But at the end of the day, like that sheer drop brainbuster is killer.
No, absolutely. He's a great wrestler, a lot of great, powerful moves. And that was a hell of a match. I had no idea that got 5 stars. Man, you can hear us talk about 5-star matches. You can give us 5 stars on your podcast app. And it's what it always is. It's the C Show. Welcome back to the C Show. It is Pi Day Collision, the go home show to Revolution, and we're here to start off hot.
What's your favorite pie?
Good old apple.
Lemon meringue.
Pecan. Oh! I know. You want to go look to the listeners. The tea. We took a little break in between. I'm feeling a little bit better. I know. Look, they're rushing me along. I just want to say to all of my adoring fans out there that I do apologize. There is no Jared's match of the week. It was going to be this match, Kevin Knight versus Clone.
Come on, we're already running on. Come on.
Look, there's some sort of new push by my lovely co-hosts to move this along a little quicker. They have put my segment, my beloved segment, on a brief hiatus.
We have like a 6-hour pay-per-view to talk about.
And you rest that beautiful voice. We'll sum this up real quick. Really, the best thing I saw was the UFO splash. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Knight wins.
Cologne showing off the flexibility with the Matrix tilt to avoid the leaping lariat was definitely my move in the match.
Yeah, whatever.
Real quick, we get the Babes of Wrath in the back. They're ready for Mega Cross up at Revolution. Next, we get Commander versus Mark Davis. Any moves in the match y'all want to hit real quick?
Can we talk about Don Callis, White Oprah?
No, apparently not.
You wrote a check and we cashed it, says the Don Callis family. Our team lost, so we kicked out the guy responsible for it, says Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey. What the heck? But then Don Callis is White Oprah. You get a belt and you get a belt and you get a belt. Everybody gets a belt.
Oh my God. For me, the greatest things we got were the Commander moonsault from the top to the outside. Commander tries to do a sunset flip to outside, but then goes over the top in. I love how they call, when he does the 619, they call it the area code kick.
Area code.
That made me laugh so hard. Then I happened to go to Wawa and get 619 as the order number. Booyaka, booyaka.
Booyaka.
Davis hits the pile driver. They call it the tombstone. Didn't look like any tombstone I've ever seen, but he still wins with it. 1, 2, 3. Another win for the Don Callis family.
Did you see Davis just sitting on Commander's chest on the apron and then Commander just sliding down? Ugh, brutal.
Real quick, we go to the War Dogs in the parking lot. All I have is blood for blood, blah, blah, blah.
They thought they saw a dog in Roddy. They just saw a bitch.
Next, we have a pre-tape where everyone thinks they're going to win the Battle Royal, because everyone always thinks they're going to win the Battle Royal.
Yo soy Mascara Dorada.
Next, we jump into a trios match, the Triangle of Madness. Thekla, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart take on Charisma, Tate Vic, and Via Van. I think Jared said best the other week. What was your favorite move? The first move or the second move? Because it's literally beat the shit out of them. Tekla hits a spear and it's over. Did I miss anything?
Not really from the match part of it.
But then, of course,
I said it better.
You did. I'm just a cheap copy. That's all it is. So, of course, Thekla grabs a mic, says that Stat is afraid. You may be more than a woman, but you are less than Thekla, which was awesome line. Bars, as we say on this podcast. Statlander comes out, gives Thekla her belt, and just turns her back and puts her arms out.
And we should be clear, it's the clothing belt, not the title belt.
Well, yeah, because Stat gave it to Stat ain't got no title belt to give.
Right.
That's fair. I got you.
Just for the listener, because
all right, Vince McMahon, settle down.
Just for the listener,
That was literally one of his biggest things when people called titles belts. He got so fucking mad. He's like, a belt holds up your pants. This is about our company. Such a dumb fucking bitch thing to be upset about. Oh my God. So Statlander takes the belt off her pants, gives it to Thekla, and turns around, giving Thekla multiple shots to her back.
She doesn't even brace herself against the ring ropes. She just
freestyle, freestanding
in the middle of the ring. When Tommy Dreamer was taking the kendo stick from Sandman, he braced himself against the ropes. Statlander, she don't need no stinking ropes.
Look, Statlander goes down. Statlander gets back up. Statlander takes more. And then Thekla goes, what if I just punch you in the back of your head? As Triangle of Madness work their way up the ramp, Stat on the mic says, I don't want you to be afraid of me. Be afraid of what you have to do to take me down. We jump to Marina Shafir backstage. Back in the day, she asked Tony for advice, and she said, stay the same. Tony, you are driving into relentless territory. I fear no one and violate everyone. A car crash so obscene, your butlers, lovers, and fans, even your mom won't recognize you. Next, we jump into a trios match. The Demand, AEW National Champion Ricochet, Toa Leona, and Bishop Khan take on the Bang Bang Gang of Austin Gunn, Ace Austin, and Juice Robinson. What was your guys' move of the match?
Oh, I mean, we had to use all that time for Vince McMahon impressions in your fucking Wawa order. Are you sure you have time for my move in the match? No. I'll cede my time.
Guns up, baby. I was so excited to see the Bang Bang Gang.
Right to see them back. I was actually super hyped.
Yeah. I didn't know that would come out.
My move of the match is the Manhattan Drop. Juice on Ricochet. They hit each other in the nuts. They go splay in the middle. Love it.
Right. Always funny. The Demand catches Juice Robinson when he tries to do a crossbody. Ace then also does a crossbody over the ropes and takes them all out. We get a famouser from Austin Gunn. He goes for the cover, but Ricochet hits him in the back of the head with the Spirit Gun. Pin to win. It is over. Continuing with the trend, Ricochet has to get on the mic after his match. He can't just go home and collect his check. Aha! He says the company is trying to sabotage my title reign. He's the only one that matters. He is Ricochet, and he is out of this world. Ricochet might come crashing back down to earth when he comes face to face with Jack Perry. Jack Perry says, it's an opportunity. I failed over and over. I can't fail this time. It's for my family, my friends, and the little boy who sat front row at this very wrestling venue.
Did you see the pic of Luke Perry and Jack Perry at SummerSlam?
No.
Like 2009 at the Staples Center? Mm-hmm.
Wait, he's related to Luke Perry? That's not a bit, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Luke Perry's his dad.
Yeah, why do you think I keep making Riverdale references?
Why do you think
I never saw Riverdale? I don't fucking know.
Why do you think I included that clip of Luke Perry on Conan O'Brien in the Who's That Jobber video?
Yeah, his dad was
there's a lot of stuff.
His dad was a pop culture icon.
Yeah, teen heartthrob.
No, I know him. I just didn't know they were father-son style. I know who Luke Perry is.
Father-son style is also Connor's most frequently searched.
Son of a bitch. You know what? No, we're cutting your other bitch. You got to cut the Vince McMahon shit. We're cutting that too. Fuck you. God, that was so good.
That was so good.
Oh, that's why I'm mostly upset. When it's a dumb one, you can brush it off. When it's good, it's good, man. When it's good,
Dude,
it's good.
He got you from the book depository.
Back into the left.
Let's hurry it up, guys.
Next, we have Tony Storm.
You think the circus is a happy place. The paint is cracked, the performers are exhausted, and the animals are tired of pretending. I've been in the circus long enough to know how it really works. Every circus beast believes it rules the ring. They pace, they rage, they bare their teeth, but when the whip cracks, they sit. Marina, you stomp and snarl like you're the terror of the tent. But remember, the one who holds the whip. Every circus ends the same way. The lights fade, the music dies, and someone is lying in the sawdust. At Revolution, when we reach our final act, you will realize you were just a performer in a circus timeless.
Unbelievable. We were literally talking about it before Revolution yesterday, that might already be promo of the year.
Yes.
She does all this while literally just laying on a carpet, not moving any part of her body, looking like almost crime scene-esque, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Next, we get Lena Cross versus Mina Shirakawa. You guys got any moves of the match?
Lena Cross liking our Instagram message that I sent her when I said we were locked in, seated, ready for it.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Shout out, Lena.
Shout out, Lena.
The two quick things, all cogs. Again, we still got to hit this whole Revolution pay-per-view. Mina hits a top rope sling blade that looked really good. Lena hits the super kick and the jackhammer. 1, 2, 3. It's over. We get into our main event here of Collision. Andrade L. I'm sorry, where does the enunciation go? Idolo? Idolo.
Yeah, the accents on the first, the E. Idolo.
Andre El Idolo. No. Idolo. Idolo. Eat a low.
Yeah, that works.
Andre Idolo of the Don Callis family versus
Connor just can't help but think of Sweet and Low.
Is that which one's the pink one? I like the pink one. Is that
yes,
Sweet and Low?
Sweet and Low.
I was gonna say I used the Wawa pink one.
Blue is equal, yellow is Splenda. And you can them all and bring them to your house. I've learned this over the years.
And in our main event, we have Andrade El Idolo of the Don Callis family against Mascara Dorada.
It took Andrade a minute to get out. I don't know what was going on. Music hits, expecting Andrade in the mask. Takes him a minute. But my move of the match is Andrade wanting a powerbomb off the top, but Dorada turns it into a Hurricane Rana.
I've talked about a couple of things. Don Callis might have done the funniest thing I heard all weekend. Mm-hmm. So Andrade keeps his bit going of going out into the crowd and getting selfies with people in the crowd. After he takes the selfie
with women.
With women specifically. Yes, with women specifically.
Very attractive women.
So he gets another selfie, but Don stands up after he walks away and says, "That's $20, toots. No free Polaroids." I don't know if an older sentence has ever been stated, and people spoke dead languages before, and I don't know if an older sentence has ever been stated. Did you guys see when Andrade took that crazy bump over the ropes when he missed the knee and just kind of almost threw himself to the floor? Did you guys peep that?
Obviously.
It was,
probably saw it.
I was going to say it was reminiscent of when Flair used to take the buckle or Triple H and fly out crazy style. They have a tough man off, a strike off in the middle of the ring. Andrade hits a Spanish fly off the second rope. Andrade ends up hitting the DM for the win. Bandito comes out and gets jumped on the ramp. Brody comes down with the save. Swerve attacks Brody and they brawl up the ramp. RPG Vice attacking Bandito. He sends them both to the floor and hits a flip dive. This is certainly a go home. We're not going home yet, but we're on the way here on The C Show.
Welcome back to the C Show. It's Charlie. I'm in charge of 0 Hour. We start off with Boom and Doom. That's Big Boom, AJ, and QT Marshall with Aaron Solo, Big Justice, and the Rizzler. They defeated the Infantry, Captain Sean Dean, Carly Bravo, with Christiane Exo, Shane Taylor, and Trish Adora. Listen, I'm never going to complain about the Costco guys being in a match. It's a good way to bring kids in, frankly, like bring kids into wrestling. They like AJ. They like Big Justice. They love the Rizzler. And honestly, this was a little bit of fun. We did start late on this one. There were technical issues on HBO Max. The Rizzler almost got Trish Adora with the Riz. And Wayne Brady made a special guest appearance ringside.
He took a bump.
So did the Rizzler.
And is Wayne Brady gonna have to slap a bitch? In real life, the Rizzler, it did come in for the rescue. And again, Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall. That's a great story. Look it up. QT Marshall and AJ used to wrestle back in the day. Next up, in the TBS Championship, Willow Nightingale faces off against Lena Cross.
Knowing what I know now, I get why. Because we were like, why would this one be in 0 hour and the other one not? It makes sense now.
I thought this was going to be the carryover match. So the match that ends like it 0 hour ends in the middle of it, and then the pay-per-view starts. Yeah. That's what I was expecting it to be. We didn't get that. We got a lot of Lena Cross targeting Willow's arm. Willow hits a cannonball, no one home. Willow retains the TBS championship, but at a great cost. Mega Cross attack her. I guess we're now calling the Divine Dominion attack after the bell rings. Harley comes in with a pipe, but still Willow is damaged. Closing out the 0 hour, and again starting the pay-per-view, is the Blackjack Battle Royale. The rules were a little confusing on this, and we talked through the announcer going through the rules. Listen, highlights: Jack Perry has a bus, Luchasaurus the bus driver, Ortiz huge somersault off the rope, Ricochet eating the turnbuckle, Ortiz getting 2 cutters on Clone, and then bouncing him into a backbreaker. Juice Robinson senton. Shibata and Bowens face off. Roosh and Mortos interrupt. And at the end, Perry wins it from Ricochet with a Poison Rana off the apron. The order of elimination: Rocky Romero, Austin Gunn, AR Fox, Johnny TV, Scorpio Sky, Leo Rush, Jalistico, Anthony Bowens, Dalton Castle, The Beast Mortos, Trent Beretta, Commander, Daniel Garcia, Katsuyori Shibata, Roosh, Ace Austin, Tommaso Ciampa, Juice Robinson, El Clone, and Ricochet.
So like you said, that kind of bridged our 0 hour in the beginning of the show. Before we actually start, though, can we talk about this schedule real quick?
Yeah, we are recording this after finishing the last 2 matches because it was a Sunday night, and
it was already 11:15 when you guys left.
I think people said online it ended at like 12:15, 12:20,
12:35
on a school night.
Yeah, and we got some day jobs here on the pod. Yeah. To be honest, I thought you guys even earlier would be like, all right, I'm pretty tired. I'll get beat, and I'm like, y'all gotta get out of my house for these last 2 matches, or I'm gonna lose it.
I don't blame you at all. No. Honestly, listen, aside from 0 hour, I think there was a lot of fat on the card. We've discussed this. Some things I feel like could have lasted a little bit longer, could have stayed in the oven a little bit longer. Timeless Tony Storm and Marina Shafir, they're going to face off at Dynamite this week.
With a stipulation.
Here. We have 2 trios matches. One of them is not even a title match. So why? Andrade and Bandito, despite it being fantastic. And then again, I think the other one that stands out to me in terms of there's no stipulations. There's build to it, but this isn't the climax.
Not a lot. It was kind of the same thing over and over again.
Swerve and Brody.
Yeah.
And listen, I loved FTR and the Bucks. I thought that was a fantastic match. Really had me going. The Divine Dominion and the Babes of Wrath for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship was fantastic. I was a little underwhelmed by Thekla and Statlander, to be honest. And MJF and Hangman Page, did we really need 45 minutes of that? Do we really need 46-20 of that? I'm a Hangman fan. I like Texas Death matches, but again, if you're pushing it to 12:35 on a school morning at that point, and counter programming the Oscars too.
And for me, it's just especially like we said, ones where we're in a stipulation. There was kind of a somewhat build or still getting resolved after the fact. Then it's like, all right, what was the point of the pay-per-view match? Then again, some that don't have as much story or aren't for a title, right? And then again, like you look at the matches that didn't get that much time, like it's mostly the women's matches, which sucks. It's like, it's like, you know, not that that's part of the point of this, but like, I usually feel like they represent the women much better, especially even on like big shows.
Yes. I mean, go back to Blood and Guts last year. I mean, it's the inaugural one, but that was, I will not deny how much I loved that. It was really good. It was phenomenal.
We'll get off our soapbox, right? Again, move the pay-per-views back to Saturday. No one wants to stay up that late on a Sunday. And I'm probably not staying up that late on a Saturday either. It'll still probably be a watch the next morning kind of deal. Distinctly possible.
But Sunday morning is still better than Monday morning.
You're telling me, dude. So we start off the pay-per-view with FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood with Stokely taking on the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson for the AEW World Tag Team titles. Again, a lot went on here. What you guys got for me?
In my noob mind, again, I'm thinking, hometown show, Los Angeles in the funnymoney.com arena. The family's ringside. They made an intro video with all the younger Bucks. Oh, I'm thinking they're going to win it. And you're sitting there and you're like, I don't think so, brother. I don't think so, brother.
You don't know what you want. What gets more heat than beating the hell out of them in front of their family when they have a whole feel good, like the heat unimaginable.
I'm so mad, but I'm equal. I don't know if I'm more mad that the Bucks lost or that it made Connor happy. Because Connor was like, no, this is what's going to happen. And I'm like,
I know so much about wrestling.
I'm like, just pick joy. And he's over there.
You don't know what you want. You think that's what you want. You don't know what you want.
I want.
We all want a lot of things. Let's get to it.
What do you want and what do you need? Assisted spike pile driver on the apron by FTR. The Jackson family distracting FTR, and the self-harm dive by Cash taking out Dax by accident. And then I've got one last hell yeah here. The Bucks shatter machine, BTE trigger. Dax breaks the pin.
I love it. I know we've talked about it before when people steal each other's moves, right? Like how FTR was doing the BTE trigger, right? How the Bucks tried to do the shatter machine, the FTR trigger. I'm sorry. How the Bucks tried to do the shatter machine. I always love stealing another person's move. And again, I know I've said it before. This is the last time I bring it up. I don't promise, right? That like they talk to Jake Roberts. Are you mad at everyone who does the DDT as a transitional move now? He's like, no, I beat people with it. So I was just way better than them at the DDT. We saw a lot of stuff here. FTR assisted pile driver onto the apron. We see Cash ends up diving on Dax by accident, trying to get the Bucks. Dax hits a slingshot power bomb. Stereo inside out suplexes by the Bucks. Again, Young Bucks steal the shatter machine. BTE trigger for a 2. Nick Jackson dives on Stoke. Bucks assisted tombstone pile driver for a 2. I thought that was it. I bit crazy. I'm like, match is over. All right, Bucks wins. Oh, choose joy. Bite me. Right. We get a super shatter machine, a shatter machine off the second rope, and FTR wins. I had thought we had seen a miracle in the middle of the match. I swore Stoke rose from his wheelchair and tried to grab one of the Jacksons from behind, and it was confirmed. Miracle confirmed. Stoke can walk. But then the lights go out. Now we're literally sitting there like, so what's going on? Who's this going to be? And Cope is back. And what did I say right after Cope came out? Do you guys remember?
You said, is Cage going to come out too?
Will we see Christian?
I know, not just that. Again, I really hate Connor being right. But he said, oh, now Christian's going to come up from behind. And
did
it
say
is
that.
literally what happened.
I said it was Christian and Cope. coming back because Cope came out with a shirt with Christian like with Cage.
Yeah, with his
already
gimmick,
on the top.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, you spoiled it for yourself.
Yeah.
Metalingus rocks, dude.
And it seemed like that Christian had mace or something. He sprayed something along their faces. He hits the unprettier. I don't remember what they called. I think they called it the kill switch. That's what they call it in TNA.
They call it the kill switch.
Edge hits a spear. Stoke eats an unprettier. We have the return of Cope and Cage. Next, we get Marina Shafir versus Toni Storm with everybody banned from ringside. What are your guys' moves of the match?
I just have one, the spike DDT by Tony. And let me make that clear. That was my only hell yeah from this match. Of a Toni Storm match. How messed up is that?
Beauty's in the eye of the wrestle holder. Nope, you're wrong. That's a dumb thing to say. My move of the match is Tony's biting and not the foot bite.
It's a pay-per-view, baby.
I love that literally Toni couldn't even finish her entrance before she gets hit with a head kick by Marina. Shafir does an awesome back suplex on the floor.
And Tony's ring gear also is circus themed. She's got the makeup as well, the crying
Fear
clown.
of a clown. So as after Jared's move of the match, where Toni bites Shafir's foot and then hits a DDT, we have 3 hip attacks and a Storm Zero. Again, I wrote this before I was driving. Toni bites her mammary glands. Definitely what I wrote.
Bosom.
Toni rolls her up in a big package and wins.
Toni unclogs her milk duct.
But Ronda Rousey is in the crowd. Why does Ronda come into the ring and want Toni? Toni marches in, and in the chaos, Marina strikes Toni and leaves with Ronda.
Yeah, they get split by security. Marina takes the cheap shot. Death Rider Rousey?
I'm really hoping it was just like she's just trying to do promo with her friend, Marina Shafir.
Yeah, I hope so.
Apparently she's a Sandy Hook denier, which I'm not cool with.
Yeah, she also has that actual fighting or whatever, what we call it, match.
UFC fight against Gina Carano.
In the battle of women with terrible thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because that's the thing. They're doing the whatever it is.
It's a UFC fight on Netflix, I believe.
It's not UFC. That's the big thing. Because literally, Ronda even went on an interview like 2 days ago and it's like, if UFC is so good, why do they have their champions selling their on OnlyFans?
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, it's fucking wild.
That's wild.
See Show After Dark. We're swearing.
Next, we get Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita for the AEW Continental Championship. This specifically has no time limit. There must be a winner. What were you guys' moves of the match?
We keep talking about it. Moxley keeps growing on me as well as I feel like other people on this recording. He rocks. Continental Classic rocks. Konosuke Takeshita, the Alpha rocks. Blue Thunder Bomb, Mox kicking out. Takeshita vertical suplex, Mox suplex. Takeshita suplex, Mox suplex. Raging Fire, Mox kicking out at what feels like 2.99999 repeating. And then Takeshita the chokehold defiant middle finger to Mox.
Yeah, like you said, that's only a touch of the good stuff there. Mox hits a stomp on the apron that busts him open, right? Mox another DDT and a crossface. Takeshita hits an avalanche exploder and a power drive knee for a 2. Jared, you got anything to toss in here? I know we just kind of ran through a lot real quick.
This is about when our food got delivered mid-watching. So I wrote cool submission and exploder and not who did them to who. But I think you covered them.
How was your hoagie?
Oh, beautiful.
Delicious.
Shout out Pete's Pizza, sponsor us. Moxley hits an avalanche Death Rider for a 2. Mox locks in a choke, and Takeshita flips him off, as Charlie mentions, but Takeshita falls victim to the pass out spot. After the match, Mox offers to shake hands with Takeshita. Takeshita rejects it, comes back after halfway leaving the ring, and shakes hands.
I thought he was offering Takeshita the opportunity to defect to the Death Riders. It was a show of sportsmanship. That's what it was.
That's I think it was just because, again, Mox's whole thing is like he's a competitor. Like you go against people that could beat you. That's the point. Like I feel like it's more sportsmanship than leave the Don Callis family.
Yeah.
Short-term goals, long-term goals.
Yeah, both can be true.
Both can be true. Absolutely.
2 things can be true, my therapist said.
They all say that.
But don't we get another blackout here during Mox's celebration?
Oh, you bet we do. And we're in a lab? What's going on in this lab, Charlie?
It's Will Ospreay. He's out of the back to tank. Mox is pissed that this came up during his celebration. Will Ospreay is looking cut.
Dude.
Swordfish and asparagus, brother. The Riders swarm to protect Mox, but Ospreay fights back. Ospreay pointing to the scar on his neck as the Death Riders escape.
Already doing crazy dives and stuff. Like he didn't just return from neck surgery.
Yep.
I have not seen him wrestle really at all. I can't wait. I'm so excited he's back. That's going to be so great for us. Next, we get the Divine Dominion. I still like Mega Cross better, of Megan Bayne and Lena Cross taking on the Babes of Wrath for the AEW Women's Tag Team titles. What you got for me?
Crazy to think that 6 months ago, Jared and I saw Lena Cross in a gym in New Jersey.
Shout out.
In a high school wrestling practice gym. That's it. Go watch indie wrestling.
Go watch indie wrestling. Go sponsor indie wrestling. Go talk about it.
And
watch maybe some of our interviews with indie wrestlers.
We just dropped the episode, our interview with Leo Sparrow. We opened up some Pokemon cards. You're really good at this whole queuing up thing, aren't you?
Where can they find them, Charlie?
That's on YouTube.
Hell yeah, brother. What you can't find on YouTube is action like this, right? Man, again, I love the whole story of Willow. Like, again, with the hurt shoulder from getting jumped before. A lot of really good stuff with that. She still hits the pounce with a bad shoulder, then holds it. It's a really crazy Death Valley driver. Like, a lot of good stuff from Willow, even hurt. Babes of Wrath trying to do a double cross body, which is caught. And I said cheers and stereo fall away slam. They do a double choke slam by Divine Dominion for the win. 1, 2, 3. And new women's tag team champions. I did say to you guys as we were watching, feel bad for Penelope Ford. Again, like that was supposed to be her. Like, again, I'm sure she'll be, when she gets back, she'll be back in the fold. Maybe it'll be a trios title. Maybe it'll be a swap and she'll get back. But like, Lena Cross did a great job stepping up in the meantime. Like, she's been awesome. Again, we wish Penelope Ford the best as she's recovering here. Next, we get into probably our least setup. And honestly, I feel like one of the more disappointing matches on the card, if I'm being honest. We get Swerve Strickland versus Brody King. Do you guys got a lot really and anything positive to say about this?
My move of the match was the 50-cent upgrade to the seated roll on my hoagie. Chicken cutlet, roasted red pepper, sauteed spinach, provolone. It was a good sandwich, and a vertebraker or something like that.
Yo, the vertebraker was sick. I'll get there in a minute.
House call interrupting the cannonball. Brody powerbombed the mat, rising at least an inch off of the frame. And then at the end.
So I love how they pulled up the mats on the floor to show more mats, not even the concrete like we would see back in the day there. We get Brody doing a sidewalk slam onto the exposed floor, Swerve powerbomb on the apron. We get the sleeper on the apron. We get the vertebraker by Swerve. So imagine you're holding someone by their arms hooked to your back, but like their head's down by your ass and they sit out. That's a vertebraker onto the exposed floor. I hope you can hear my air quotes. Brody barely beats the count back in just to eat a Swerve stomp, but he kicks out at 1. Something we've seen a handful, and I believe we'll continue to see tonight, which I actually did see a couple negative posts about. I don't know if you guys peeped any of those.
Swerve's eyes were as wide as dinner plates.
I get it. I would be scared too. A little more back and forth, but Swerve ends up hitting a house call for the win.
Oh, he attempts 2 house calls, and then the third one connects. Hello?
Bang, bang.
Oh, hello, Mr. Strickland. How are you doing today? Oh, yes, I will be knocked out on the mat. You can cover me. 1, 2, 3.
Swerve goes under the ring and pulls out a cinder block. Right, he's going to stomp Brody through the cinder blocks, and Omega comes down for the save.
Somebody interrupted Kenny Omega's Street Fighter session backstage.
Kenny Omega is not done with Swerve Strickland yet. Next, probably what Jared was most excited for, we had Chris Statlander versus Tekla, 2 out of 3 falls match. Jared had mentioned he'd never really seen a 2 out of 3 falls match. So let's go to him first for his move of the match.
Oh, I really like that second fall. Back to you, Connor.
That Saturday Night Fever?
If you say so, Charlie.
And that's one hot potato from Jared that I'm going to pass right over to Charlie for his move of the match.
I loved the Saturday Night Fever. By her ponytail, Thekla tosses Stat into the barricade. Crossbody outside the ring by Thekla, but Statlander picks her up. And then the Chop Festival before the second fall.
Yeah, early they're just kind of beating the hell out of each other. Statlander, early superplex, right? Thekla grabs a belt and tries to use it, but the ref takes it. Thekla then rolls up and pins Statlander with the help of the rope, stealing the first fall. Stat hits a suplex on the outside. Thekla hits a double stomp. Thekla then grabs... Statlander then grabs Thekla by the ankles and swings her back and forth between the guardrails.
That's why this was my favorite fall.
And then wasn't even done then proceed to catapult her into the steel steps. We then get the Saturday Night Fever, as mentioned by Charlie, for the second fall. We are tied 1-1 down the home stretch here. They go back and forth. There's another Saturday Night Fever, but no, the ref is knocked out. No third fall here, right? But you know who is here? The Sisters of Sin. Statlander gives them a belt and disc lariat. That's the only opening Thekla needs for a spear. 2 stomps, 1, 2, 3, and still toxic.
While referee Paul Turner is down, Thekla steals his belt. And then I believe Statlander is about to use the belt, and then Paul Turner steals it back. And it's like, why? Who took my belt?
How could this happen? Why'd you take my belt?
Thekla assaulted that man.
That is, somebody call HR.
Next, we have a match for the AEW World Trios Championship. We have Mystico and Jet Speed, Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey taking on Kazuchika Okada, Kyle Fletcher, and Mark Davis of the Don Callis family. What you guys got for me?
Again, this was one of the matches where I was like, we're doing this trios thing, understanding why Jet Speed and Hangman win the trios title. We've talked about it before. And then I liked the Callis family, Proto Okada and Davis getting the trios title. It was interesting. This now, I think maybe my move of the match is the in triplicate self-harm dive, and that's about it.
What you got, Jared?
So I actually didn't write anything down in protest from this match. Here's the thing, and that's true. I am such a Jet Speed fan. Mm-hmm. Like, they are my guys. And I wanted the Young Bucks to win, the duo. So I like Jet Speed. Having the tags to me is like it. Mm-hmm. I expected Hangman to leave. Mm-hmm. But give me a third that makes sense. At least, I am a mark. I will buy anything to support their trios. But you're just by the way, here's Mystico. And I'm you've given me no reason to be invested. And all I need is a scrap. And I was just I'm happy they have it. I would prefer a different third person.
Please, sir, can I have some more? Yeah, to be honest, I don't have a lot from this either. Okada tries to pass Fletcher the belt to cheat here. Speedball hits ultimate weapon. Davis has to break up the pin. Kevin Knight hits the UFO splash onto Davis over Mystico, who has Fletcher locked up in a submission, with Bailey taking care of Okada on the outside, and new World Trios champions. But there's an announcement after.
So Mystico is All Elite, officially signed to AEW. He was previously on a partnership with CMLL, similar to the partnerships that AEW has with like New Japan, where people like Gabe Kidd were coming over a little earlier last year. See, I said New Japan and not New Jersey.
Proud of you. All right, let's try this again. Next, we get Andrade El Idolo versus Bandito. What you guys love about this match? Only tell me what you loved.
Bandito ripping his pants off
and getting stuck a little bit.
Yep. And then Bandito shooting star press.
Also very nice.
Bandito was outside the ring on the middle rope, holding on to Andrade, and Andrade turns around and just slaps the hell out of his leg.
Yeah. Oh man, a couple other of my hell yeahs as we're going through here. Andrade fakes taking the pants off. He'll take them off when he's good and ready. Andrade hits 2 suplexes, going for the 3 amigos. Bandito counters into 2 Germans of his own for Andrade to counter to 2 suplexes for Bandito to get all 3 Germans. And Andrade will later hit the 3 amigos as well. We get an Andrade moonsault to the outside. We get another selfie on the weekend for Andrade. We get the bonus moonsault, as I call it, landing another full revolution. We get a Spanish fly. Like, I put a cross body style by Bandito. Normally you both land like front back, but he like ended up crossing him in the air, which was awesome. He also gets a 21 plex all the way from the ground, like wheelbarrow style. That was sick. And a knee to the face. Goes for another 21 plex, but Andrade lands on his feet, hits the back elbow, the DM from the second rope, and it's over. 1, 2, 3. Andrade wins again.
Could use a little bit more time in the oven.
Yeah, I felt like that was also kind of throwing like great match. Like you could definitely throw them out there any day of the week and they'd have a great match. I would have loved more build. I think there's a lot more to play with, especially with Bandito being a fan of Andrade. Like there was so much with that. You want to fight or you want an autograph line? Like, oh my God. So hopefully,
that was great.
Hopefully this is just the first step in this, right? Maybe it becomes like a student chasing master kind of thing. That'd be awesome.
That would be fantastic. That's a great storyline.
Next, we have a Tornado Trios match. Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, and Darby Allin take on the Dogs, David Finlay, Gabe Kidd, and Clark Connors. So this was the first one we watched after coming back, after having to take a break the night before. So I had a little renewed will on life as we started watching this. I don't know about you guys.
I have notes again.
Let's go to them. Hit me with it.
I mean, not a lot of notes, my guy.
I know who you are. I said hit him. I said him.
Let's see here. I got 3 hell yeahs for you. Clark Connors spearing Darby through the ropes.
Yes,
that was sick.
Roddy picking up Darby and then throwing him at people on 3 different occasions.
Yep.
And then one of them I will say at the end as to not spoil anything. So back to Connor.
Fantastique. Over to Charlie.
Roddy drop kick. Those drop kicks are huge. Orange Cassidy getting the toolbox, zip ties, and scissors to get Darby out of the. He gets chained to the ring post by the Dogs. Again, Darby getting speared by Clark Connors through the ropes. I know I'm jumping back early to that. Gabe Kidd getting dropped in by Darby on the ramp, and then I think it's probably the same as Jared. So we'll see if we have the same thing at the end.
Awesome. I love OC. He does the weak hits to each dog, and each dog individually crushes the hell out of him.
Oh, on the ramp before the match even starts, Orange Cassidy presents the $15 gift card to Roderick Strong. Not confirmed whether gift card to where it was to though.
Yeah, I could not see where I was looking real hard to see if we could get a logo or anything, but we only saw the back. I was trying to steal those numbers too. $15 is $15.
The security code was still covered. You had to scratch it off.
I would have scratched my TV.
Delco logic.
So OC puts his hands in his pockets, but instead of that being his time to kick ass, that's the Iggy. That's the signal for Roderick to come in and just whip all their asses. He then uses OC as a weapon as well. I believe it. Jared put it like this. I'll give credit. Says that Darby drops in on Gabe Kidd off the stage when he just lands on him with the skateboard.
It's the same spot he did to Samoa Joe at Revolution, I think last year. Or the
but
year
it's
before.
fantastic.
It's great.
Gabe Kidd then gets stuck under the stage. We get no clarification or reason to why he is stuck under the stage.
He's still stuck on the stage at funnymoney.com arena.
I said to the guys as we were watching, I hope it's like that trope where someone's hand is stuck in a vase and they just won't let go of whatever's in the vase. It's like, oh, you mean I can let go? Because like literally, like they're just like his hand is stuck. Not Darby handcuffed him or trapped him. He's stuck.
And they mocked him on the way back up the ramp after the match.
They absolutely did. So Gabe Kidd gets stuck under the stage, right? We get an orange punch after a heartache. Roderick even throws Orange Cassidy on top for the pin. 1, 2, 3. OC loads it up. Roderick Strong delivers a crisp high five for some conglomerates, maybe just friends. We'll see what this $15 gift card can buy him.
Well, Roderick threw it away, so maybe he is joining the conglomeration. I was a little scared with that black t-shirt the other night.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. Hangman Adam Page takes on MJF for the AEW World Championship in a last chance Texas death match. This was all hell yes. And y'all are going to have to listen to a lot of it. So please get it ripping, my guys.
MJF intro. He comes out. He doesn't even come out. It's a pre-taped intro. He's riding through a ghost town. He's got the hat on. He's got the poncho on. He's doing the drawl. And then he pisses on Hangman's grave.
Fantastic. Absolutely freaking fantastic.
That is the only reason he would come back to LA.
Like MJF is just so good on so many different levels.
The best part of that intro is they got somebody to play the banjo and hit MJF's theme very subtly in the musical mix there. Hangman goes to the timekeeper, grabs a window pane. MJF just breaks it, and Hangman slams MJF into the shards. Barbed wire through the teeth of MJF. MJF dumps Adam on the glass, drags him around for good measure. And then MJF sweeps up the ring. Thank you, MJF. The syringe spot, I didn't like that. I covered the TV for that. Hangman Deadeye through the table. And then the light tubes, the Duel of Fates on the ramp. That was incredible. And then once the chain and the collars pop out, man, that was wild.
Yeah, that got weird.
Do you have anything else to add besides that got weird?
Yeah, I got a few different things.
Hit me.
Hangman was chasing MJF outside of the ring with a metal trash can lid, and then cartoonishly waits instead of chasing him for
so
MJF
good.
to complete the loop and get hit with the lid. Amazing. Hangman giving MJF a paper cut
Between his
in between his fingers.
My second least favorite spot.
Like, as an office employee, I get a lot of paper cuts and an ashy Caucasian. Anyway.
Well,
the fluorescent lights, the wait for me to finish, Connor. The skewers, but then also the buckshot lariat knocking the skewers out of MJF's head. Mwah.
and again, this speaks to this match. I probably have 4 more things to talk about that you guys didn't mention, probably just for time and also because there were so many freaking things that happened. Hangman Adam Page gets a staple gun, staples a happy birthday card to MJF's chest, and then rips it off. As mentioned, Page breaks the window, right? Slams MJF into it, and then grabs MJF by the legs and kind of rolls him around in it. I put wheelbarrow style again.
Well, and he flips him over too.
Right, he even flips him over and drags him through it. So funny. We talked about the barbed wire. MJF just uses a shard of glass just to destroy Hangman's forehead. MJF then scoop slams Hangman into it, rubs him around in the glass as well. After MJF sweeps the glass out of the ring, Hangman then breaks the broom, takes 2 different attempts because the head falls off the first time, then he breaks it the second time for MJF just to take it and stick him in the head with the broken broomstick. Just so freaking ridiculous, man. You mentioned the syringe spot that both of you closed your eyes for because you're a coward.
I had my eyes open.
Through your hands the long way. And what the wildest thing about that spot was how it stayed in Hangman's mouth even after he started doing some other stuff. Like, so it's like, okay, that was in there, right? We get an Alabama slammed on a barbed wire chair, right? A dead eye on the barbed wire chair, dead eye off the apron through a table, tombstone off the apron through a table, right? And they're still not done. They literally meet head to head screaming at each other in the ring. We have the light tubes. Now, I pointed this out as we were watching. It looked like they had one skinny light tube and one fat light tube. My understanding from and again, I'm not, that much of a hardcore deathmatch guy or anything, is that the skinny tubes are the ones that will cut you, right? The thick ones are a little bit safer, right? So he uses the thin one on MJF's back. We saw immediate blood cuts, like so many tiny cuts.
Strip.
Literally a strip of where it broke.
Yeah, and the shards.
Honestly, one of the more like awesome hits I've ever seen.
Right, and then MJF takes the fat one off the dome. I put it as they play maybe on the end of the stage. They're like, whoa. Well, we're not going over the stage, and they run away. We get the skewer, which gives us a 9 count. We get the dog collars. We get barbed wire board on a table. Again, we get they play who's gonna on the apron of who's gonna fall into the table in the barbed wire. Hangman climbs to the top rope. MJF just pulls him down by the collar through the table. We get another 9 count. Hangman hits a belly to belly off the stage through. I put all the electricity ever at the bottom. We had into a table and a spark, and then a 5-second delay and another spark.
I think they kiss.
Every time we kiss,
I feel the magic.
And again, they both get up at 9 for that. Who could have guessed? Buckshot lariat, but MJF knocks him off the ropes as he goes up, chokes him out, and then drops him into the glass ringside. The ref counts to 10, but there is no answer from the Hangman. Hangman is put on a gurney, ready to leave, and MJF just default dances on his body, Fortnite style. Just poses on the gurney.
Also, gotta mention it. When Hangman got let go from over the ropes, he bumped his bloodied head onto the camera, and from then on, everything was filmed through a layer of blood on the lens, and it was pretty brutal.
Dude, they couldn't have wrote that better if they tried. Like, they could not have had a better way for that to go. So MJF gloats over Hangman on the gurney, fade to black, and that is AEW Revolution 2026. Another pay-per-view in the books here, right? Our March pay-per-view is out of the way now. How'd you guys feel about it? How'd you rate it? What are you thinking?
I have one note from Tony Khan in the Revolution post-media scrum.
Rip it.
Quote, and this is in regards to Hangman. Adam Page only has a verbal agreement not to challenge for the AEW World Championship, AEW Men's World Championship ever again. Quote, it's the same thing with Cody Rhodes. It was a gentleman's handshake with the both of them. They both came to me and said, I want to put this at stake. And both of them, I told them, that sounds fucking nuts, dude. Both of them really wanted to do it. And in both cases, I said, are you sure? And then they both said, yeah. So it is an agreement we made. Second time it's happened. Page is someone that's known for being a man of his word, and we have made an agreement. So it's a verbal contract.
But we're liars sometimes. Did you consider that?
The Dark Hangman rides. The Midnight Rider.
I have another concept for his next character, but these people won't let me share it for time's sake.
So, what are we rating this pay-per-view?
If I'm giving it a letter grade,
Yeah, give me a letter grade. Grade me.
I think C plus.
C+.
It's harsh. I know.
That does seem a little harsh.
Scheduling, the amount of action on the show. There were a couple of matches where I felt like, hey, this is going a little too long. And just like we discussed it at the beginning of this segment, like some of the stuff felt a little half baked. Really could have used a little bit more time to mature, grow out, build to a climax.
What are you giving it, Jared?
I originally said B-. Honestly, C plus, C, B- sounds right. Because it's not only that where some things were half baked, like the trios, which drove me mad, but like I originally liked it, but I think I'm coming around to your guys' point. Toni Storm did one of the greatest promos of all time, and now what? She just has to do like another match a week later? I don't know. If you're going to have a promo of that quality, it's got to be like the quash.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think that B- is the perfect spot for it. Again, things are half baked. Even some of the things that aren't half baked to be like, here's kind of something and we'll finish it on the next TV taping. Like, the pay-per-view is supposed to be the payoff. That's the whole point. It's a go-home show. It's a payoff. The angles end. You move on to the next thing. Like, it seems so much more business as opposed to like, wrestling, to be like, it won't really end on the pay-per-view. We'll end it 4 nights later. We'll add the stip that should have been on the pay-per-view, and it will make people watch our Wednesday night show. So it sucks. Again, it was late enough that we had to split it up into 2 nights, and it was on a Sunday. And
I do want to say this is the first time I felt underwhelmed by an AEW pay-per-view. For the most part, I felt like they have been phenomenal.
No, I feel like they've delivered for the most part. Maybe that's why, like, I'm even saying this. I'm like, like, right. Were we high on the hog? Did we, not know any better? Right. Or, was this just kind of, a little blip on the radar where it's like, all right, well, the next one's going to turn and burn and kick ass. Because I know that every episode you listen to here will turn and burn and kick ass on the C Show.
Of course you like the C Show. Make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share it with your friend. You can support the show directly at coffee.com/C-Show-Pod. Follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube at C Show Pod. Have a question for the boys? Send an email, cshowpod@gmail.com. Thanks to our friends Amir, Patrick, and Justin for their assistance. The C Show is a production of 832 Media. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll be back next week.
I give this episode of the C Show a C.